ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम तत्सत्। So, very auspicious day today, the day of Holi and the day of Holika Dahan is very symbolic actually. The Holi is that Holi, all the dushpravrutti is burnt off in that fire, and it symbolizes even Jnanagni. ज्ञानाग्नि दग्ध कर्माणम तमाहु पंडितम बुधा। तो वो जैसी बाहर की होली है जो सारे दुष्कर्मों को, सारे दुष्प्रवृत्ति को जला देने की प्रक्रिया है। समाज में जो भी कुछ अच्छा नहीं है वो जला देते हैं। और हमारे यहाँ गांव में एक दूसरे को गालियां भी देते हैं उस समय। अगर आपका और हमारा कुछ बिगड़ गया है ना, तो होली के समय वो जोर जोर से और दे एंजॉय। दैट इज a sort of catharsis they do, and everything is burnt off. Whatever bad thing I have in my mind, I burn it off. But for the jnanis, it is all the karmas are burnt off. So that internal holy if they perform, and that is why it is really holy, पवित्र हो जाना है। And we are going to learn about such jnanis in Ashtavakra Gita, the lakshanas, the attributes of a jnani from 77 onwards. So we are on chapter 18 and shloka number 77. And they are all the attributes of a jnani. So jnanat galita karmayo lokadrishtyapi karmakrit नाप्नोति अवसरम कर्तुम वक्तुम एवच न किंचन। सो ज्ञानात गलित कर्मायो, जिसको ज्ञान प्राप्त होता है ना, वन, और ये ज्ञान यानी आत्मज्ञान। What is that knowledge he is talking about? It is supreme knowledge. It is the self knowledge. It is आत्मज्ञान। जिसको आत्मज्ञान प्राप्त होता है, गलित कर्मा, all the karmas, they get exhausted, they drop off. One whose actions drop off because of the self knowledge. ज्ञानात गलित कर्मायो लोक दृष्टि कर्मकृत। तो क्या वो कुछ करता ही नहीं है? लोग तो उसको देखते हैं, कर्म करते हुए देखते हैं, लेकिन असल में उसके सारे कर्म गल जाते हैं। He has dropped off all actions. Though people see him walking, talking, doing something or the other, actually not doing anything at all. नाप्नोति अवसरम कर्तुम वक्तुम एवच किंचन। Even when he is doing something, he is not doing anything. Even if he is talking, he is not talking anything. ज्ञानी सर्व कर्म नष्ट होने के बाद भी कर्म करते हुए दिखाई देता है, लेकिन उसका कर्म अकर्म होता है। दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव सीन अर्लियर आल्सो। सो ये ज्ञानी जो होता है ना, पेड़ के सूखे पत्ते जैसा होता है। इट इज लाइक ए वेरी ड्राई येलो लीफ ऑफ द ट्री विच गेट्स डिसोशिएटेड फ्रॉम द ट्री। इतना परिपक्व हो जाने के बाद अपने आप वो वृक्ष से अलग हो जाता है। त्याग ऐसा नहीं कर सकते। इट द ट्री डजंट नीड दैट लीफ, लीफ आल्सो डजंट नीड दैट ट्री, simply because it is totally mature now. So Jnani is like that dry leaf which is totally matured, and when the leaf falls down, only with the wind. It sometimes we see that dry leaf also goes upwards with the wind, goes to the right, goes to the left, goes forward or remains there. So we see some action in the leaf, but it is not acting actually. It is due to the wind that it appears to act. जैसे सूखे पत्ते को कोई लक्ष्य नहीं होता है, यहाँ जाना है वहां जाना है। सूखा पत्ता जैसी हवा चले उस प्रकार सूखा पत्ता दाएं बाएं ऊपर नीचे चले जाता रहता है। इट हैज नो डिजायर टू अचीव एनी गोल। उसी प्रकार ज्ञानी के जो कर्म होते हैं, इसीलिए उसको गलित कर्मा, ज्ञानात गलित कर्मा यो योगत दृष्टया भी कर्म को, केवल केवल लोगों की दृष्टि से वो कर्म कर रहा है। एक्चुअली हिज ऑल कर्मास हैव ड्रॉप्ड अप। ओके, सो दैट इज द फर्स्ट लक्षण। ही इज नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग टू अचीव एनीथिंग। ओके, यदृच्छया ही उसका कार्य चलता रहे। क्व तमः क्व प्रकाशो वा हानं क्वचन किंचन निर्विकारस्य धीरस्य निरातंकस्य निरातंकस्य सर्वदा निर आतंकस्य सर्वदा। सो ज्ञानी पुरुष कैसा होता है? निर्भय निर्विकार धीर पुरुष। निर्विकारस्य धीरस्य निरातंकस्य सर्वदा। He has no atanka, and for him there is neither tama nor prakasha, neither light nor darkness, nor labha nor hani. Neither he is having any gain nor any loss, neither he feels that there is light, nor he feels there is darkness. प्रकाश का भी उसके लिए अस्तित्व नहीं है, अंधेरे का भी उसको। क्व तमः क्व प्रकाशो, न उसके लिए प्रकाश का अस्तित्व है न अंधेरे का अस्तित्व है। हानम क्वचन किंचन, उसके देयर इज नो लॉस फॉर हिम ऑफ एनी काइंड। नथिंग इज टू बी रिजेक्टेड फॉर हिम। व्हाई? बिकॉज निर्विकार, उसके मन में कोई विकार ही नहीं है, क्योंकि उसका मन ही नहीं है। अगर मन होगा तो उसमें विकार पैदा होंगे। ही इज इन अमनस्क स्थिति, ही इज इन स्टेट ऑफ नो माइंड। निर्विकारस्य धीरस्य निरातंकस्य सर्वदा। So nothing exists for a realized soul who is fearless, unperturbed, free from the pairs of opposite, like darkness and light, like the gain and loss. Okay, so that is they are the characteristics of a yogi. That is what 77 says. We go to 79. Kva dhairyam, kva vivekatvam, kva niratank kantak, क्व निरातंकताप पिवा अनिर्वाच्य स्वभावस्य निस्वभावस्य योगिनः। So here generally what we see is, what we think is, what are the qualifications of a person who wants to walk on the spiritual path? जिसको आध्यात्मिक मार्ग पर चलना है, उसके लिए क्या होना चाहिए? उसके धैर्य होना चाहिए। He is to determine something. धैर्यम विवेकिनम, उसमें विवेक, he should have discriminating power to distinguish what is good, what is bad, what is papa, what is punya, what is shreyas, what is preyas. So one who is able to distinguish between these is known as vivekinaha, power of discrimination. So he should have tremendous courage, dhairyam. He should have the power of discrimination. क्वच निरातंकता निरातंकता पिवा, उसमें आतंक नहीं होना चाहिए। He is fearless, he should be fearless, because when you are walking on the path of spirituality, so many things will happen, it will be fearful. The path, it is like walking on the razors. Shurasya dha nishita durattaya, that is what we have learned. Durgam pathatta kavayo vadanti. In Kathopanishad it is told, it is as good as walking on the razor's edge. So all these qualifications are needed for a person who wants to walk, but not for a person who has already realized. So for him, where is the question of fearlessness? Where is the question of discrimination? Where is the question of that determination? Anirvachya swabhavasya. We cannot really talk about his swabhava, his nature. It is indescribable. You can't describe the state of jnani at all. Hmm. A man walking on the spiritual path must have tremendous patience, dhairya, discrimination, viveka, and fearlessness, niratankata. But a jnani who has reached the goal, that is one who is established in the self, he has no personal attributes at all. Niswabhavasya yogina is a very beautiful, it is a very great term. He had lost individuality. निस्वभाव, वो अभी है ही नहीं. शरीर है, मन है, बॉडी है, all those instruments are there, but actually that individuality is not there. निस्वभावस्य योगिना. He had no his own nature at all. He had no individuality at all. He doesn't have that I consciousness at all. And therefore, there is no question of determination for him. There is no question of... So he has gone higher than the person of discrimination, higher than the person, fearless person, higher than the person who has that tremendous patience, dhairya. Okay, so निस्वभावस्य योगिनः, उसके स्वभाव का वर्णन नहीं हो सकता. अनिर्वाच्य स्वभावस्य, उसका स्वभाव का वर्णन वो अनिर्वाच्य है. It is beyond words. You can't describe it. It is ineffable. Okay, so actually this person has changed from... Actually he is not a person, he is impersonal. It is a transformation from person to imperson. He is not a person anymore. He lost his individuality. He has lost his individual consciousness. He is always in universal consciousness. So that is what he is saying. We come to 80. न स्वर्गो नैव नरको जीवन मुक्तिर न चैव हि बहुनात्र किमुक्तेन योग दृष्ट्या न किंचन. Now what is the state of consciousness which he have? What he is thinking? He is not thinking about Swarga and Naraka. From the point of view of one who is established in yoga, a jnani, an enlightened being, there is nothing like Swarga, there is nothing like Naraka. There is nothing like heaven, there is nothing like hell. Even there is nothing like Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti न चैव ही. He is not even living liberated. वो स्वर्ग प्राप्ति का भी नहीं सोच रहा है, वो नरक तो उसको आ ही नहीं सकता. वो जीवन मुक्ति के भी परे चला गया है. He is even beyond living liberated. Nothing much can be said about that state. बहुनात्र किमुक्तेन, उसके बारे में क्या कह सकते हैं? किम उक्तेन, what can we say about such a person? Nothing can be told about this person. Yoga drishtya na kinchana, you can't describe him at all. ज्ञानी जीवन मुक्त अवस्था से भी परे है, और इसलिए वो जो अवस्था है वो अनिर्वाच्य है. इट इज इनएफेबल. वो मनोनाश की अवस्था है. इट इज ए स्टेट ऑफ अमनस्क स्थिति, स्टेट ऑफ नो माइंड. और इसलिए उसको जगत की अनुभूति नहीं हो रही है. और जिसको जगत की अनुभूति नहीं हो रही है, उसके लिए कौन सा स्वर्ग, कौन सा नरक, और कौन सी जीवन मुक्ति? वो जीवन को भी नहीं देख रहा है. सो दैट इज द वंडरफुल स्टेट which cannot be named at all, which cannot be described as all. That is बहुनात्र किमुक्तेन. उसके बारे में और क्या कह सकते हैं? कुछ कह ही नहीं सकते. बहुनात्र किमुक्तेन योग दृष्ट्या न किंचन. वो अवस्था का वर्णन शून्यावस्था भी नहीं कर सकते, जीवन मुक्ति भी नहीं कर सकते, उसके बारे में कुछ बोल ही नहीं सकते, अनिर्वाच्य। सो 81, नैव प्रार्थयते लाभम ना लाभे नान सोचति, धीरस्य शीतलम चित्तम अमृते नैव पूरितम। So the heart of the enlightened being is full of eternal bliss. Dhirasya Shitalam Chittam. His mind is totally calm and quiet, tranquil mind. And such a tranquil mind is full of Amrutatva. Dhirasya Shitalam Chittam Amrutatvaina Puritam. It is full of the nectar of bliss. He is in complete blissful state. He is a state that is Shitalam Chittam. The mind is not functioning at all. It is full of bliss. And therefore, such a person who is full of bliss, Naiva Prarthayate Labham. Why he will pray for gain something? He has everything. If you have everything, why you will pray for? हम लोग भगवान की प्रार्थना करते हैं कि भगवान मुझे बुद्धि दो, क्योंकि हमारे पास बुद्धि नहीं है। भगवान हमें द्रव्य दे दो, क्योंकि हमारे पास द्रव्य नहीं है। भगवान मुझे आनंद दे दो, क्योंकि हमारे पास आनंद नहीं है। हमारे पास जो नहीं है उसके लिए हम प्रार्थना करते हैं। जो योगी आनंदी आनंद से भरा हुआ है, अमृतत्व से भरा हुआ है, जिसका चित्त, वो क्यों प्रार्थना करे? व्हाट ही वांट्स टू गेन। नैव प्रार्थयते लाभम न अलाभे न सोचती। और उसके लिए मेरे पास ये नहीं है, इसका शोक भी नहीं है। न अलाभ है न शोचती। He is not worried about he doesn't have something because he has everything. You know, a jnani person has everything with him. Amrutattvena puritam. His heart is full of the nectar, and therefore he doesn't pray to gain anything. He doesn't worry that he has nothing or any like that. So these are the characteristics of a person of realization, the highest stage of realization that he is trying to describe. 82, न शांतम स्तौति निष्कामो न दुष्टमपि निंदति, सम दुख सुख स्तृप्तः किंचित कृत्यम न पश्यति. So न शांतम स्तौति निष्कामो, he is a निष्काम. He is totally desireless. He has no desire at all. And therefore, he doesn't praise somebody who is calm and quiet. Shantam. शांत प्रशांत पुरुष, योगी पुरुष है, तो उसकी स्तुति भी वो नहीं करता। न शांतम स्तौति निष्कामो न दुष्टम अपनी निंदती। उसके सामने एक दुष्ट पुरुष आ गया, a criminal is in front of him, he will not despise the criminal, he will not criticize the criminal. दुष्ट मनुष्य की निंदा वो नहीं करेगा, शांत योगी की वो स्तुति नहीं करेगा। सम दुख सुख तृप्तः, he is तृप्त, he is satisfied in all states. सुख हो या दुख हो, सुख दुख उसके लिए सम ही है। दुष्ट और संत उसके लिए सम ही है। सम दुख सुख तृप्ता किंचित कृत्यम न पश्यति। ही डजंट सी कुछ कर्तव्य कर्म, दैट आई हैव टू डू दिस, और कर्तव्य जैसा उसको कुछ दिखाई नहीं देता। किंचित कृत्यम न पश्यति, दैट आई हैव टू डू दिस, दिस इज माय रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, this is the thing which I have to do for the society. No such thing also comes to him. Okay, तो ये जो श्लोक हमने अभी 4-5 पढ़े हैं, उससे शायद हमको ऐसे लगने लगता है कि क्या ज्ञानी पुरुष पत्थर जैसा होता है क्या? Even the stone also doesn't feel like doing anything. He's not criticizing. Even stone also doesn't criticize a criminal, or he will not praise a yogi, or he will not, a stone also will not talk about Swarga, Naraka or Jivan Mukti. So the 4 or 5 shlokas which we have read may give the impression that is he like insentient being? Is he like a stone without any feelings at all? The fact is, his consciousness is not externally oriented. Atmanyev atmanah tushtaha sthita prajnastadochyate. One who is established in himself, atmani आत्मने वा तुष्टा आत्मन्येव आत्मना तुष्टा स्थित प्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते. वो स्थित प्रज्ञ, he is not aware of the external situation at all. He is not aware. His consciousness doesn't go to the world at all, and therefore whatever happens in the world, he is not affected by that. बाह्य जगत से आने वाली संवेदनाएं उस तक पहुंचती ही नहीं है. The sensations coming from external world do not reach him at all, because he is with himself. Atmanyev atmanatishta. So that is why it is said. So in 83 we find dhiro na dveshti samsaram atmanam na didrukshati harsha marsha vimikto namruto nacha jivati. Very wonderful way. You know, the enlightened one doesn't hate the world, nor he has desire to see the self. धीरो न द्वेष्टि संसारम. संसार का द्वेष नहीं करता है. जो धीर, जो ज्ञानी पुरुष है, वो ऐसा नहीं कहता है जगत तुच्छ है, आई वॉन्ट टू रिनाउंस द वर्ल्ड, आई हेट द वर्ल्ड बिकॉज इट इज कमिंग इन माई साधना. ही डजंट हेट द वर्ल्ड एट ऑल. धीरो न द्वेष्टि संसारम. ये जो संसार है उसका द्वेष ज्ञानी पुरुष नहीं करता. न आत्मानम दिदृक्षति. दिदृक्षति मीन्स he doesn't wish to see the आत्मन. उसमें वो आत्मा पाने की इच्छा, यानी मुमुक्षत्व की भावना भी उसके अंदर नहीं है, क्योंकि because he is established in the Atman, he doesn't want to see the Atman as such. Okay. Harsha marsha vimukto. He is free from happiness and misery. Harsha marsha vimukto. नमृतो न च जीवती. तो क्या वो आदमी मृत है? We cannot say whether he is living or dead, because just like dead person, just as we saw in the previous verses, he is not reacting to the external situation. और इसलिए हमको ऐसा लगता है कि ये जिंदा है या मरा हुआ है, इसको कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है. But he is walking. He is, if he wants, he can walk, he can. So definitely he is living. So namruto nacha जीवती. आत्मज्ञानी संसार का द्वेष नहीं करता और आत्मदर्शन की इच्छा नहीं रखता. सुख दुख से मुक्त पुरुष न जीवित है न मृत है. You can't say that he is living because he has no lakshanas of a living being. We, the living beings, we react to the situation. Whatever is happening in the world, the sensations coming from outside, we immediately react to those sensations. That is why sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are miserable, sometimes there is tension, sometimes there is relaxation. That means we are reacting to the outward situation. He is not reacting. So it, just as the dead man doesn't react to outward situation, similarly he is not reacting. So he appears to be dead, but at the same time, if he wants, he can walk. He wants, he can talk. So he is living. Okay. So Atmasthita yogi jo hota hai. So actually, just now we were talking about Yoga Vasishtha. In 93rd chapter of Yoga Vasishtha, a very wonderful characteristic of Jnani. So many, actually it is full of characteristics of Jnani. By the way, Yoga Vasishtha and Ashtavakra Gita both are talking about Ajatavada Siddhanta. Highest kind of non-duality is told in Ashtavakra Gita as well as in Yoga Vasishtha. So in Yoga Vasishtha, while describing the state of a jnani, so many things he has told. He is not attracted even to the beautiful woman, even to the food. He can take the spongeous food and putrefied food with same relish. जो अन्न एकदम गया गुजरा अन्न है, फेंक दिया हुआ अन्न है, वो भी वैसा ही खाएगा जैसा पंच पकवान का भोजन करेगा. And then he says that such a person, even if there is a blast in front of him, nothing will happen to him. This is actually the description of a jnani given in Yoga Vasishtha. Agar he is in the war and there is a bomb blast in front of him, he will not change the direction in which he was walking. There will not be any reaction at all. बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हो जाने से भी रिएक्शन नहीं आएगा. अगर भूचाल भी आ जाएगा, if there is a tsunami, if there is earthquake, if there is bomb blast, absolutely no difference at all, no reaction. All of us, even if there is a little bit of noise, will start running away from the danger at once, all the jivas, because that is the instinct of self-protection which is there in every jiva, the living being. This is characteristic of a living being. कि थोड़ा भी धोखा अगर है तो वहां से हम दूर भागना चाहते हैं. We don't have to even think about it. We start running away from the situation. He will not run away from the situation. He will have no effect of it at all. That is why he says that he is like a dead person. जैसा अगर वहां मृत शरीर है तो उसको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हो जाओ, सुनामी आ जाओ, भूकंप आ जाए, उसको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Now, for us, it appears to be exaggerated. It is impossible to believe that such persons can exist. ऐसे लोग, ऐसे साधु संत इस दुनिया में होते हैं, इस पर विश्वास रखना भी हमारे लिए बहुत 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 कठिन है कि तो रिएक्ट ही नहीं हो रहा है. But I remember, there is a very wonderful book on Zen stories written by an American. Right now, I am not getting the name of the author, but it is written by, it is the first published book on Zen stories. So he was American business, one who has published this. He's a big businessman from US, and he was on the business trip to Japan. His counterpart was also a businessman. So they used to talk about Zen and other things. So he got interested in Zen. And he wanted to know, along with his business and everything, he was very well established, so there was no worry. So he thought that I will investigate into this Zen. And he was really attracted to wonderful Zen stories. And he said that I want to really meet a Zen master. So he wrote to his Japanese counterpart, that businessman, that I will be coming there. And kindly, if I can meet a Zen master, I will be very happy. So the Japanese counterpart, he was also practicing Zen. And he said that certainly I will call a Zen master when you come. So they went to Tokyo. The meeting took place in Tokyo. And if you know well, Tokyo is a land where earthquakes are very, 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 very common. When I had been to Tokyo, I saw many buildings in Tokyo, and I was informed there that all those buildings in Tokyo, they are with what is known as snake architecture, a typical kind of architecture. Snake, if you imagine snake can go to and fro, move to and fro, and maintain the position. In the same way, those buildings, if the earthquake, because it is earthquake zone, if the earthquake comes, they say those floors, they slide over each other slightly. They do not fall. The buildings do not fall. They slide over each other, but do not fall. But you can feel the vibrations and all that, and there is real fear which can be created. So like that, snake architecture, it is called. there. Wonderful way of architecture. Anyway, we are digressing from the main thing. So the meeting was arranged on something like 80th floor of a building, and the American was sitting in front of that Zen master. And as they were talking, the Zen master told that Zen is not, and that much only spoke, and there was tremendous earthquake. The whole building shook like anything. And as an immediate reaction, this American was sitting in the front. He jumped and he hid himself behind a big table. And after 3-4 minutes, there was a real vibrations everywhere, and he was really worried whether he will survive this earthquake or not. But after 5-6 minutes, everything was calm and quiet, and he just came out of the table to see that the Zen master was sitting very calm and quiet in his chair. He had not moved. He had not moved from his chair. He was sitting very calm and quiet, as if in samadhi. And when this American, who was sweating actually, had a glass of water and sat in front of him, he completed the sentence as if nothing had become in between. So when he had said Zen is not, and then when the American came and sat down, not a system or a particular practice, he continued from the half sentence, he continued forward as if there was no disturbance in between at all. This is what actually Ashtavakra is saying. This is what actually yoga, no difference at all. He was in meditation all the time. Even when the earthquake took place, he was in meditation. Nothing could disturb his consciousness. So such things are possible. They are not cock and bull stories. We may think that they are cock and bull stories, but at least, and do read that book, 100 Zen Stories, a very wonderful book about Zen. But this is the thing which I remember, that he met the Zen master and he had that very peculiar experience that he was not at all disturbed, even with a solid earthquake taking place. We go to 84 now. Nissandeha putradaradau nishkamo vishayeshu cha nischinta swasharirepi nirasha shobhate buddha. Continued that discussion, and really we can't know whether he's alive or dead, because he's behaving like a dead person, not reacting to the outer sensations. At the same time, he is definitely living. Nissandeha, he has no doubts about anything at all. Nisneha, not Nissandeha. Nisneha putradaradau nishkamo vishayochusho. So he had no relationship for the child or wife. Putradaradau, putra, son. Dara, the wife. So ज्ञानी पुत्र या पत्नी के प्रति आसक्त नहीं होता है. Nisneha. He has no attachment even to the wife or son. If he has no relationship with anybody. Nishkamo vishayeshu cha. He is not desirous of any object of the world. Okay. पूरे बिल्कुल अपेक्षा रहित, बिल्कुल विषय रहित रहता है. निश्चिंता. He is not worried about anything. Nischanta. Swasharirepi. He is not worried about his own body, even about death. खुद के शरीर की भी उसको चिंता नहीं रहती. इसलिए जैसा मैंने बताया, उसके सामने ब्लास्ट भी हो जाए तो मैं मर जाऊंगा, इस प्रकार की भावना भी उसके मन में नहीं पैदा होती. मुझे अभी बचना है, मुझे इससे भागना चाहिए, ऐसी भावना भी नहीं मन में होती. निश्चिंता स्वशरीरेपि निराशा शोभते बुधा. He has no asha at all. He has no desire at all. Now once again, we feel, is that the real, are these people really existing like that. But in Tukaram, Sant Tukaram, when he was existing at that time in Tukaram's Gatha, you find certain things. There was a very great famine और बहुत महामारी भी आई थी उस समय. And lots of people died every day, like our corona, like Bimari had come at that time, and there was poverty, no food to eat. Many people died, and he also lost, I think, his wife and children. And what Santa Tukaram says to God, very wonderful poetry. बरेच आहले पीडा गेली मरतील मरोतर अंडा पोरे. That is what he says. बरेच आहले पीडा गेली. Oh God, you have taken away all my attachment. You have blessed me by taking away all my relatives, even my wife and children, everybody. तुमने भगवान तुम. Now this is something which is, he was not crying over the loss of wife or children or the relatives. He saw blessing of God in that. God wants to make me free. God wants to give me freedom, you know. So that is what Santa Tukaram thought. He has written it like that. It was actually true. He was not at all disturbed because he lost all his relatives, very close relatives during that famine. He thought, no relatives, I am not free to do bhajan at all times. भगवान की इच्छा है, भगवान ने ही मुझे मुक्त करवा दिया. So
Sir,
quite
sir, same thing. Narsi Mehta, Sant of Gujarat, when his wife died, no, he has written in his book that भलू थयु भांगी जंजाल. अच्छा हो गया ये जंजाल से छूट गया हम. Same thing.
और हमको क्या लगेगा कि कितने ये निर्दयी लोग हैं क्या, लोग उनके सामने मर रहे हैं और अच्छा हुआ बता रहे हैं ये लोग. बट एक्चुअली दे आर इन ए स्टेट, very high state of spirituality really. This is a description of a person who is in a very high state of spirituality. So that is what he says. So there are no relationship for them at all. It is the mind which creates relationship. If the mind is there, relation. This is my child, this is my wife, these are my men. All those relationships are because of the mind. If there is no mind, there is no relationship. A man of knowledge is beyond mind and hence beyond the world of relationships. So that is what is said beautifully. And further, the same thought is continued in 85 as well. तुष्टि सर्वत्र धीरस्य यथा पतितवर्तिनः स्वच्छंद चरतो देशान यत्रास्तमितशायिनः. So yatha patitavartinah. Yatha patitavartinah, this word in this particular shloka means one who lives whatever comes his way. यथा पतितवर्त, जो उसके भाग्य में आता है, जो उसके whatever comes his way, he is happy. तुष्टि सर्वत्र धीरस्य, संतुष्ट रहता है किसी भी, अंडर एनी सर्कमस्टेंसेस, अंडर एनी कंडीशंस, ही इज हैप्पी. सुख आ जाए, दुख आ जाए, संकट आ जाए, कुछ भी हो, whatever comes his way, he is यथा पतित वर्तिना. दैट मीन्स यदृच्छया जो भी कुछ प्राप्त होता है उसमें वो संतुष्ट होता है. He doesn't want to change the course of events. He doesn't desire for something more or something less. Whatever comes to his lot, he accepts it with all happiness. He is very happy. संकट आने से भी वो happy है. संकट आने से उसको लगता है कि ये तो भगवान, he also accepts that misery as a gift of God. विपत्ति ही चित्त विकास माता, दुजा न हो सद्गुरु बोध दाता. साने गुरुजी in one of his poems he says so beautifully, विपत्ति ही चित्त विकासम आता। जो संत साधु होते हैं ना, उनको विपत्ति जो आती है, जो उनके सामने संकट पैदा होता है, उनको ऐसा लगता है चित्त विकास के लिए भगवान ने हमारे सामने ये विपत्ति प्रस्तुत की है। चित्त विकास की ये माता है। विपत्ति ही चित्त विकास माता, दूजा न हो सदगुरु बोधदाता। विपत्ति जैसा दूसरा सदगुरु नहीं है जो हमें बोध दे सकता है। कितना विचित्र उनका विचार होता है हमारे लिए। हम संकट आने से भगवान को बोलेगा कि भगवान मैं तो अच्छा आदमी हूँ, मेरे ऊपर तो दया कर, क्यों मुझे इतना संकट दे रहा है, मैंने क्या किया है। हम रोना शुरू कर देंगे। संत होता है, बोलता है कि ये इट इज ब्लेसिंग फ्रॉम द गॉड, इट इज फॉर माई ओन प्यूरिफिकेशन। ये भगवान मुझे कुछ सिखाना चाहता है। इट इज अ लेसन विच इज गिविंग मी। विपत्ति ही चित्त विकास माता, मुझे चित्त विकास करने की संधि मिल रही है। दूजा न हो सदगुरु बोधदाता, उसके सिवा दूसरा सदगुरु नहीं है विपत्ति जैसा। बोध देने वाला सदगुरु विपत्ति जैसा दूसरा कोई नहीं है। सो वेरी ब्यूटीफुल, साने गुरुजी has written very beautifully. So same thing is telling, तुष्टिम सर्वत्र धीरस्य यथा पतितवर्तिन स्वच्छंदम चरतो देशाद यत्रास्त मितशायिना। ही मूव्स इन द वर्ल्ड अलोन। जहां सनसेट हो जाता है, जहां सूरज अस्तंगत हो जाता है, वहां वो सो जाता है। ही गोज ऑन वॉकिंग, ही गोज ऑन वॉन्डरिंग अलोन, स्वच्छंद चरतो दिशा। जहां उसके पांव ले जाते हैं वहां वो चला जाता है स्वच्छंद। और जहां सनसेट हो जाता है, यथा यत्र अस्तमित शायिना, जहां सूरज अस्तंगत हो जाता है, जहां सनसेट होता है, वहां वो सो जाता है। वहां वो पत्थर हो या कुछ भी हो, the bed of the stone and the canopy of the sky is well enough for him. He stays there without anything. So this is what again Tukaram says, ठेविले अनंते तैसेची रहावे, चित्ती असू दावे समाधान. This is the pravrutti of a saint. ठेविले अनंते तैसेची रहावे. That supreme consciousness, that Lord, whatever condition the Lord has given, I am happy with it. Chitti asudave samadhana. You should think that Lord is testing me. Do not try to criticize Lord if you get difficulty. So this is why Ashtavakra Gita is really a very wonderful treatment for ourselves. If we get an even inkling of this, if there is a problem in life, do not get discouraged. Do not start crying or anything. Try to find out what lesson God is teaching you. आपके चित्त का विकास किस तरह से परमेश्वर करना चाहता है। चित्ती असुदावे सम ठेविले अनंते तैसेची राहावे. Whatever God has given, be happy with it. Don't worry about it. चित्ती असुदा, आप समाधानी रहो. That is your prayer. If you are happy, that is the prayer. So we go to 86. पततु देतु वा देहो नास्य चिंता महात्मना, स्वभाव भूमि विश्रांति विस्मृता शेष संस्कृते. So he is not worried even about his body. The realized soul is not worried whether his body is dead or alive. पततु देतु वा देहो, शरीर का नाश हो गया या शरीर जिंदा रह गया, उसको शरीर के साथ ताल्लुक ही नहीं है। उसको जिंदा रहा या मर गया कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। नास्य चिंता महात्मना, उसको चिंता ही नहीं है शरीर जिंदा रहेगा कि नहीं, कितने दिन खाना नहीं मिला, कोई चिंता नहीं है। सामने शेर प्रकट हो गया, कोई चिंता नहीं है। जैसा मैंने कहा सुनामी आई, कोई चिंता नहीं है। स्वभाव भूमि विश्रांति, ही इज एक्सट्रीमली ट्रैंक्विल विद इन हिमसेल्फ, चित्त विश्रांत स्थिति में है। विस्मृता शेष संस्कृते है, संसार को तो वो भूल ही गया है, विस्मृता। सो महात्मा को देह जीवित है या नहीं है इसकी चिंता नहीं होती। हम्म, महात्मा को देह जीवित है या नहीं जीवित है इसकी चिंता नहीं होती। वह आत्मस्थित होता है और संसार को भूल जाता है। स्वभाव भूमि विश्रांति विस्मृता शेष संस्कृते है। संस्कृति जन्म मरण का जो चक्र है उसके भी वो परे जा चुका है, और इसलिए उसको he doesn't even remember the world, or worldliness. We go to 87. अकिंचन कामचारो निर्द्वंद्व छिन्न संशयः असक्त सर्वभावेषु केवलो रमते बुधा। Having no possession, अकिंचन, he had no possessions at all, उसके पास कुछ है ही नहीं। कामचारो, he goes as God takes him. निर्द्वंद्व, there are no conflicts in him. उसके मन के भीतर कोई द्वंद्व नहीं है। शीत उष्ण सुख दुख लाभ हानि, किसी भी प्रकार के द्वंद्व, निर्द्वंद्व। छिन्न संशयाः, he has no doubts about what he has to do, what he doesn't have to do, where he has to go. No doubts about it. Asaktah, he is totally detached. Sarva bhaveshu, he is detached from all the things, bhava. So, kevalo ramate buddha. So, he detached from everything and enjoying in all situations. सो जो ज्ञानी आत्मानंद में रममाण है उसके पास न संपत्ति है, न आचार विचार का बंधन है, न द्वंद्व है। वो संशय रहित होता है, वो अमनस्क स्थिति में होता है और सभी दशाओं में मस्त रहता है, सभी दशाओं में मस्त। सर्वभावेषु केवलो रमते बुधा। In all situations, in all conditions, he is happy. In all conditions, विपत्ति हो, आनंद हो, praise or hate, है। So that is what he is equal in all situations. निर्ममः शोभते धीरा समलोष्टाश्म कांचन सुभिन्नम हृदय ग्रंथि विनिर्धूत रजस्तमः। Why he is able to come to that state of consciousness? That is what is told in 88. ये जो ज्ञानी पुरुष होता है वो कैसे इस प्रकार द्वंद्व रहित हो जाता है, अभय रहता है। निर्ममः, उसकी ममता नष्ट होती है। निर्मम, he had nothing like me and mine, because why the idea of me and mine is there within us. मैं और मेरा ये भाव हमारे मन में क्यों निर्माण होता है? क्योंकि अहंकार हमारे अंदर है। It is because of I consciousness that I feel that this is me, this is mine, this is my body, this is my house, and so on and so forth. जिसमें ये अहंकार, जो निरहंकारी हो गया, वो निर्मम हो जाता है। So he has lost the sense of mine. निर्मम, निर्मम शोभते धीरा समलोष्टाश्म कांचन। मट्टी, हीरा और सोना उसके लिए एक ही जैसा है। समलोष्टाश्म कांचन। So whether it is the dust, whether it is stone or precious stone, or whether it is gold, it is one and the same for him. No difference between matti, sona and gold for him. This is what Ramakrishna Paramahamsa actually practiced. When he wanted to practice that samatva, it is said about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa that he used to take actually the dust in one hand and money in another hand, and he used to stand by the side of Ganges and used to say, Mati taka taka mati. And he used to throw both into the river. ये मट्टी है, ये टका है, ये पैसा है, और मट्टी टका एक ही है बोल के फेंक देते थे. So this is how they are not at all moved. So Samaloष्टाश्म कांचन, whether it is the clod of earth, whether it is a precious stone, or whether it is the gold, it is one and the same for him. How it can happen like that? Because Subhinnam Hridaya Granthi, Hridaya Granthi has broken out. Subhinnaha Hridaya Granthi. What is that Hridaya Granthi? Actually, I consciousness itself is Hridaya Granthi. ये हृदय ग्रंथि कौन सी है? हृदय में गांठ कौन सी है? मैं हूं ये भाव ही हृदय ग्रंथि है. आई एग्जिस्ट, मी, आई, दिस इज हृदय ग्रंथि. और ये हृदय ग्रंथि जब आई होता है तो विनिर्धूत रजस्तमः. It is because of that I consciousness that you are in Prakriti, and when you are in Prakriti, you have Rajas and Tamas. Rajas creates activity in you, Rajas creates emotions in you, Tamas creates laziness in you. He is beyond Rajas, Vinirdhuta Rajastama, one who has eliminated Rajas and Tamas. How he has eliminated Rajas and Tamas? Subhinna Hridaya Granthi, by breaking down the knot in the heart. What is that knot in the heart? That I consciousness. And that is what we have learned in Mundakopanishad. The very important verse in Mundakopanishad says, Vidyate Hridaya Granthi Chidyante Sarva Samshayaha Kshiyante Chasya Karmani Tasmin Drishte Paravare. Very beautiful. We have learnt when we learned Mundaka Upanishad. Vidyate Hridaya Granthi. ये हृदय ग्रंथि टूट जाती है. Now this Hridaya doesn't mean the organ which is pumping blood throughout our body. Not that Hridaya, not that heart which we speak about. It is the center of our consciousness. This heart is the center of our consciousness. हमारे चेतना का जो केंद्र है उसको भी हृदय कहा जाता है. और ये हृदय में कौन सी ग्रंथि है? सबसे बड़ी ग्रंथि मैं हूं ये भाव, यही सबसे बड़ी हृदय ग्रंथि है. आई एग्जिस्ट, आई एम, दैट अहंकार is a great knot in the heart which is there. So that knot in the gut, when you go ahead in spiritual sadhana, vidyate hridaya granthi chidyante sarva samshayaha. When that knot in the heart breaks down, chidyante sarva samshaya, there are no doubts at all. That is what was said in 87. Nirdvandva chinna samshayaha. Sab samshay, all doubts will vanish. क्षीयते चास्य कर्माणि, सारे कर्म भी क्षीण हो जाते हैं. किसके? तस्मिन् दृष्टे परावरे. One who is seeing that infinity, one who sees the infinite consciousness, one who sees that Brahman, one who sees that supreme reality, tasmin drishte paravare. So that is what is happening with this. That is why for him there is no difference between the clod of earth or the precious stone or the suvarna or the gold. We'll read one more sloka and then I will stop. Sarvatra anavadhanasya न किंचित वासना हृदि मुक्तात्मनो वितृप्तस्य तुलना केन जायते. 89 श्लोक. सर्वत्र अनवधानस्य, अनवधान, उसको किसी भी चीज का अवधान नहीं है. He is not aware of anything at all. Nothing is touching him. Sarvatra anavadhanasya. He is not aware of anything outside. Absolutely nothing, no sensations from outside, they are touching him at all. Sarvatra anavadhanasya na kinchit vasana hridhi. Absolutely no desire in the mind, in the heart. Na kinchit vasana hridhi. Muktatmano vitruptasya. Such a liberated soul. Muktatmano. He is really a liberated being. Vitruptasya. Visheshena truptaha. He is always in a state of bliss. वितृप्त, तृप्ति से भरा हुआ रहता है हमेशा. तुलना केन जायते. We cannot compare him with anything. There is nothing in this world which is comparable to this man. He is beyond all comparisons. You cannot find such a thing. You can't find any parallel in this world for a man who is not touched by anything from outside, who is not aware of anything outside, who have no desires at all. Even desire for survival is not there. The desire to live is not there. मैं जिंदा रहूं ऐसी इच्छा भी उसकी नहीं है, कौन सी भी वासना नहीं है. और इसलिए वितृप्त एट द सेम टाइम इज सो ब्लिसफुल. इवन इफ यू गो नियर हिम, यू विल फाइंड हिज ब्लिस परकोलेटिंग इन यू. ऐसे ज्ञानी के पास आप चले गए ना, उसके सानिध्य में चले गए, अपने आप आनंद पैदा हो जाता है उसके साथ. सो सच ए पर्सन इज अन, यू कैनॉट कंपेयर. उसकी तुलना किससे कर सकते हैं. सो विद दैट 89 श्लोक वी शैल स्टॉप टुडे, and now 10 more slokas we shall finish this particular chapter. Okay, so I will chant the Shanti mantra, and as usual, if you have time, we can have questions and answers. Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mritangamaya. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम तत्सत. हरि ओम तत्सत.